Hey, morning squids. I'm having second thoughts about this bike. It's a brilliant bike, but the more I'm looking at scooters for commuting, the more I like the PCX and the Yamaha X-Max. Now, if I can get the X-Max, I'll definitely get that, but it's much more expensive. And the reason is I don't particularly like this one for commuting is the non-existing trunk space. And the PCX, because it's a maxi scooter style, it's got much more usable space. So for me that really matters, because one of the problems when you get to work, you have to remove your key, you have to like unlock this, and you have to unlock this. I don't know. When I had my Elite 110, I really feel that that one is a better commuter, but I don't feel like it's a better bike for riding because of the small wheels. It is a trade-off, the little tiny wheels, but I kind of feel like it's a decent trade-off because it's so much more usable having the tiny little wheels and the storage compartment. Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me. First thing I'd like to talk to you guys is about these new boots, and I got them from Amazon. It was like $60. Speed Bikers, and it's a short style boot, and it's got plenty of heart protection. So far they're holding up fairly well. I didn't think they would be holding up, but they are. And this is all you need for riding a motorcycle, for shifting and everything. So I kind of like the inexpensive part of these Chinese boots. Let's get out of here. I mean, this thing is awesome because the fuel consumption is really low. The Yamaha X-Max, I was looking at it and it looks like a perfect scooter for me. The only problem is it's rather expensive. The PCX I've seen for around $2,000. Celica. It's probably just as competent. It's got 16-inch wheels as well, but it looks like a maxi scooter. So I think to parking attendants that want to give you a hard time, they're more likely to give you a hard time with that form of scooter, because you don't want a scooter to look like a motorcycle. That is also the problem with the the Honda ADV 150. When it starts to look like a motorcycle, then I think people, their little spidey senses kind of come up and they're more inclined not to let you park. It starts to look more like a motorcycle than a scooter, and it defeats the purpose of having a scooter. So in a way I'm having second thoughts, but I have found some Honda Elites. I'm also looking at Honda Elite like I had before, and I really regret selling my old Honda Elite, the 110. It was kind of like the same one, smaller engine, tiny wheels, rear trunk space that you could put everything in there. And to me, like, that is super beneficial. Like, that's one of the reasons I also like the NC 700X, was that huge compartment in the front. It makes, like, bikes don't look very good with the goober bag, that top case. They don't. I mean, most people do have them because they're usable and they use their motorcycles for commuting. But man, if you can get away with not getting luggage, that is so much better. My 10-Ray doesn't have any luggage. I am carrying a surprising amount of weight on this bike. I'm carrying my camera underneath me, which is the only thing that fits in that pocket, and then a book bag in the trunk, and it does feel top heavy. And I have my laptop and like various things for work. These are beautiful houses. Look at this Spanish hacienda. These are real hipsters. They even have bees and like a composting thing outside, like a tumbler. Look at that. They're really into composting. I do like this sort of style of riding to work, but I used to go through Rock Creek a lot to get to downtown. But this is kind of like a nice soothing ride before the storm. DC is so much more hectic, you know, you're fighting for pole position. So far I've done 72 miles and I'm a little bit higher than half a tank. So I should be able to do 140 to empty. Man, these roads are so luxurious with nobody in them. It's so crazy, there's nobody in these roads. I'm so like not used to this. You guys want to know a trick to not getting speed camera tickets anymore? This has been used by quite a few people. You basically get one of those tow hitch bicycle racks. Oh, for God's sakes. You get a tow hitch bicycle rack and you get like a Huffy that costs like nothing and you just drive with it. That's right. They can't take the ticket because it obscures your plate. Now that you can get a ticket for obscuring your plate, but how do they know that? This really is one of the benefits of a small scooter. Sometimes you do encounter douchebags who they kind of inch over to you. They're like passive aggressive. Sometimes you see them, it's like, why are you going to the right other than like trying to stop you from getting through? Like, it makes no sense. It's like a scooter like this is doesn't hurt anybody. Like lane splitting, filtering doesn't hurt anybody, but car guys always think it's very dangerous. But I mean, like at this speed, what really can you do? There's hardly anything. It's not like whoa. That's one of the dangers of lane splitting. But I do wonder why I need a Super Tenere. Like I was thinking, if I did any touring, I think a maxi scooter might be much better. It's much more comfortable. You don't have to straddle it like you do a motorcycle. Alright, squids, I am very close to my destination. I like to cut through the Hillier Alley. You don't have to go through there, but it just kind of looks cool. I do like going through here. These bricks are very slick when it's wet. This is definitely a good shortcut here. Oh, the McDonald's is over there. That's probably the only thing I can afford here. Yeah, I forgot all about getting squished by that truck today. So funny, it happens so often. Damn it, it's actually very hot now. Open up my jacket. The cool thing about riding a scooter is you can like eat when you're moving. I love hazelnuts. It's my favorite nut. Get it from the pocket. Oh yeah, great. Want another one? Another one? Good. Ah! Yellow. Vote like your kids live here. I just saw a vote like your kids live here. You goddamn douchebags, you hypocrites, you douche nozzles. Vote like your kids live here. Oh my God, Biden. Guy with a motorcycle. Vote like your kids live here. Oh, you pretentious assholes. More hazelnuts. This is pretty much my dinner. It's so awesome I can ride with one hand while eating with the other one. Lady walking alone with her mask, without anybody anywhere. Black Lives Matter over there. Straight, but when in Rome, go on that main road. I know a little bit of a shortcut because people getting killed around this area. There was actually a guy that shot another guy right up there. I'm not the violent type. I'm more like the guy that likes to complain about stuff. You know, there's all sorts of types. This is a shortcut, especially on a scooter. Nobody cares. Completely illegal, but You know, I'm on a little tiny scooter. Now we have to turn right. What the hell? That's another gangster. Shortcut. Look at this. My dog's gonna be so happy. Sophie! Oh, you're so excited. Sometimes she pees herself. Right, Sophie? Right, little one? Oh, good girl. It's really hot, Sophie. It is really hot. Good girl.
And, sir, did you ever hear of the concept of other people?